All right, joining us on our weekly Zoom call this afternoon is Zane Smith, driver of the number 38. Loves travel stops, peak performance, Speedco, wearing a Speedco hat. We'll get them all in there, Zane. Ford F-150 as we head to Talladega Super Speedway this weekend. And Zane, just kind of, we were talking briefly about Talladega and just with the weather and Ian kind of coming in. But how do you feel and how are you looking towards this weekend, just maybe with a little bit of uncertainty?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of approach it just like any race weekend, to say the least, I guess. But I don't know. I mean, I was obviously really happy with our truck for the most part at Daytona, and Daytona went really good for us. I felt like I was able to take a push way better than what I have been able to in the past. And so we didn't have the best speed. I wish we were better in a few areas with our truck, but we've made a few small changes. We won't be able to see those because there's no practice at Talladega, but I'd seen that we were most likely going to have rain. And I was kind of excited about that for qualifying wise, because I think I would start second. And my qualifying efforts at Daytona weren't great. So I don't know though. We'll see. I don't know where we should qualify. Our changes we made may be really good, but it's I don't know. It's just time will tell, I guess. But there's no doubt. I think we'll race good, and that's what matters.
All right, we got some hands raised here, so let's go to our media. Why don't we kick it off with Bob? Go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, Zane, have you guys figured out, do you feel like you need to get some stage points, or do you feel like if things get too crazy, will you give up stage points to make sure you get to the finish?
Yeah, I mean, I've been gung-ho on just racing the whole time. I've been wrecked or involved in a wreck everywhere in Talladega. I feel like I've been wrecked riding, and I've been wrecked leading. So I wanted to race, but a few guys on my team are saying that they think we should ride, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's one of those deals where I want to race, and if you're going to be up there, then I feel like you take advantage of some stage points. But obviously, you just kind of read who's around you and how they're racing, and obviously, if it's getting too much, then I think you need to get out of it. And we're above the bubble by 21 points right now, and so that's just something we need to keep in mind and keep track of where we're at with that. And I know there'll be a few guys that'll be really aggressive that are below the cut line, and I don't know. I mean, you just kind of need to watch them and how they're racing, and hopefully not get involved in someone else's mess.
And there's been some chatter about David Gilliland Racing potentially changing manufacturers. If they do, and you guys need to bring a little bit more in-house as far as, the hanging bodies and stuff, are you comfortable with what you guys can do at Front Row kind of on your own?
Yeah, I mean, I am. I don't know what is done and what is going to happen there, but I'm just mostly focused on our group. But no, I'm not too concerned. I feel like the attention to detail is the best I've ever seen with the group that we have on this 38 truck, and so that really matters in that department. And so it'll be tough finding the right people, but if that is the case, and but hopefully whatever the case is, we know sooner or later to know whichever direction we need to move in.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Let's go to Brendan Carroll. He was on the poll today. So Brendan, why don't you go ahead and ask your questions for Zane?
Hey, Zane. So with Ford having kind of a disadvantage with the amount of trucks you guys have compared to the other manufacturers, what really is the kind of Ford plan, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, we had our meeting yesterday of just helping each other, and it's really hard to go into these races just with a set plan, and this is what we're going to do. Typically when that happens, I think everything possible, bad things to mess up that plan happens. So I know the 17 truck is chasing an owner's championship, and so I don't know how much below he is, but I'm sure he's going to be aggressive, and then the 1 and the 15 will hopefully help with some stage points, whether that's help us push and get some, or take away stage points from others. And so we'll see. I know Parker and I worked well together at Daytona, and I've worked with Grant some and on some super speedway stuff, and I don't know. I feel like in the beginning, chasing stage points, yeah, there's manufacturer help that people work together with, but towards the end, I feel like it just becomes all for themselves, and whoever lines up behind you on restarts, and especially now that it's in the round of 8, and if you win, you get into the round of 4. So yeah, I mean, it's low numbers in the Ford camp, but it didn't affect us too much at Daytona, so not too worried about it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Brendan. Let's go to Matt Weaver. Hey, Matt.
Hey guys. Hey Zane. Thanks for taking time today. You say you're going to race, and whatever happens, happens. But have you developed running the super speedway races kind of a sixth sense of knowing, hey, things are getting dangerous. This is when I should back out. Like, do you have a good sense of when that's coming, and what is that like?
Yeah, I don't know if I get lucky just with reading other trucks around me, but at Talladega, I don't have a great track record about that. But in most situations, I feel like I've read those situations actually very well, and gotten lucky with that. And so I don't know. I feel like some of that is kind of spotter related too. With I think I have probably the best spotter up there with Josh Williams, and he's great at reading those situations. I mean, you see it on Sunday too with Ryan always being up there. So I'm just super confident in the group I have around me, and I now have more experience, and now fortunately a race win on a super speedway, so that just gives confidence. I've just been on every side of situations, I feel like, on a super speedway in a truck. And so I don't know what Talladega will bring. I don't think anyone knows, but we'll do our best and hopefully come out okay, and go to Homestead still above the bubble.
Majeski went late model stock racing on Friday and Saturday. Chandler went to Pensacola. I'm curious, with the long breaks that the Truck Series has coming up in the playoffs, is there anything that you have planned to go, race, karting, whatever, just to kind of keep your skills sharp? And what are these long breaks like, knowing that there's so much on the line and being able to stay focused when you're not racing from week to week?
Yeah, I definitely wish I am or was able to race more of whatever it is. I have just done my same training routine that I've done for the past 3 years, and it keeps me busy. But yeah, I mean, I wish I was racing more. I got really sick after Bristol, but I'm all good now, and ready to get going again. The long breaks definitely really suck, especially it's right after our 8-week stretch. So hopefully in the future, I hope that's a little different. But I know next year I have hopefully planned a lot of races and to keep me busy. I'm excited for that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. Let's go to Matthias. Hey, Matthias.
Hello, Zane. Thanks for performance. My questions are two. Knowing that you won in 2018 in ARCA with car number 77 Ford in Talladega, and it will be the first race in Homestead Miami Speedway with front row. what are your expectations from next 2 races in the NASCAR Trucks playoff?
Yeah, I mean, that was a really cool experience winning at Talladega in an ARCA car and a super exciting finish. Just the ARCA races, I don't know, back then we still actually I felt like raced pretty hard. Like there was at least 2 lanes. I feel like now it's mostly single file, but I mean the trucks are just way different though with how big the runs are that you get and just obviously way more competition. But I don't know. I mean, I just got a glimpse of what I had at Daytona, and I was happy with my truck for the most part, and it played out really good for us. So obviously we're bringing back that same truck, and hopefully do the same thing.
Is there a chance from you can run Xfinity Series part-time in 2023, and can you run in Daytona 500 with a first front row car?
Yeah, right now I have a few races scheduled on the Cup side with front row, starting with trying to make it into the Daytona 500. Other than that, we don't have any races set in stone yet. Waiting on a few other dominoes to fall, and same exact deal kind of on the Xfinity side. I'm not really sure what who that'll be with or what, but we're trying to put together some Xfinity races. But that just kind of goes back to what I was saying. We're just trying to stay busy and race more is my main goal for next year.
Zane, thanks, and have a good luck from the Orlando IO Trucks and the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matthias. I want to check. I know Vince, you just joined. Vince Welch, do you have a question or two that you wanted to ask Zane? I see he's muted, so I don't know if. And Lee Spencer, I saw that you joined, so I want to give you an opportunity. If you've got a question for Zane, Lee, or Vince, or anyone else for that matter. Going once, going twice. Zane, it looks like we're all set. Appreciate you joining us here today. Best of luck at Talladega this weekend, and appreciate it very much. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you.